What's up, guys? Today I have the pleasure of meeting the main man himself, the owner of Chicanos Customs, Chef Moosa. It's great to meet you, man.
Likewise.
The last time we met at Gas Motor Show, I had a lot of questions. I noticed you were in a rush. You couldn't talk much.
Yeah, there was a lot of people around.
So today I wanted to come down, maybe get some questions. I had some questions for you on the cars in your showroom, maybe in the back.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so
thanks for coming to visit.
Thank you for having me.
And what's up to all the viewers? Nice to meet you guys.
Okay, let's talk about Chulo.
Okay.
What inspired you to build Chulo?
So Chulo was actually one of my clients' cars that I've worked on. And we did a respray, we did a few repairs, we put wheels on. And the client actually came to me after we were done with the car and wanted to add spaces on the car.
Yeah.
And what actually happened is the client was like, I asked him, I said, would you sell the car? He's like, yeah, I would sell the car. I took him upstairs to my office, I gave him a piece of paper and I told him to write the figure. So he wrote the figure down. I said, okay, write your bank details. Wrote his bank details and then I paid him for the car. And then I said, okay, now you can go fetch your stuff out of the car. When he got home, I sent him home with the Uber. He phones me, he says, I just realized I sold you my car. So that's the story behind this car.
You got your signature smileys.
Yeah, I love the smileys. I think it looks perfect on an E30.
It does.
So yeah, so Chulo is actually partnered up with Puta.
Oh, yeah.
So they're a couple.
Yeah.
And then Skoko and Celeb are a couple. So I try and give my cars names and personalities.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's actually my personalities, but I put it on the cars.
So what gives you the idea behind these names? Like for example, in Kavi, what gave you that idea?
So in Kabi was literally a group of friends. We were discussing what we were going to name the car. And then we were running through a few options. And then we came up with the car's identity.
Yeah.
Because it's such a rare car. And because it's bagged, it's got original RS wheels. So it's the type of car that when you take it to a car show, it takes out the competition.
Of course.
And that's where Inkabi came from, so Hitman.
Yeah. Oh, very nice. The next car I'd like to talk about is Skoko.
Yeah.
This car, I've seen it. I've seen a lot of reels of the car spinning and stuff.
Yeah.
But I love the wheel, the finish. And I just want to know the story behind this car.
So this is actually my first IS I've ever owned.
Is it?
The day I bought it, the guy changed his mind 3 times and I had to reconvince him 3 times and I had to pay a higher price. Eventually I got the car.
Yeah.
And I haven't done much work to it except the headlights, the sound, the interior and the wheels. So I need to restore it. It's currently not driving. The last time I drove it was 3 years ago.
Sure.
Because it's been standing for 3 years. So I want to restore it, but this is the type of car when I want to drive and I want to feel confident and I want to feel like my old school youth days, this is the car I love to drive.
I love the M5 wheel. That finish is very nice.
The turbines are amazing.
Yeah. And who's this? I don't know this name.
So this...
Oh, this is a...
Yeah, so this car used to belong to me. This was my 3rd IS I owned.
Yeah.
Funny story, I sold this car. And I sold my E28 M5, my E34 M5, and my 3 E12s to take money and put it to open up this business.
Sure.
So I had to sacrifice this car for this business. It belongs to my friend now, a very good close friend of mine.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get him to sell it back to me. He doesn't want to. So yeah, so this is the car. I always relate it as a love that I lost. So I got immense love for this car.
It's very, very pretty.
Yeah. So that's a good client of ours, Avlin. Very cool car. It's almost ready for delivery.
It's very, very cool.
Yeah, so it's a very nice, neat 325. I love the color, love the wheel choice.
Yeah.
Interior as well, so it's a cool car.
Yeah. Very nice. I mentioned to Tristan earlier, I came in that I had to see Puta and I had to get your story on Puta.
Okay.
Because from the video that I watched, it's very interesting.
Yeah, so Puta I bought in 2018. And it's the type of car that it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own this car in South Africa. There's only about 15 in the country. So I'm very fortunate. I always wanted the set, a pillarless, a wagon, and an IS. That was like my dream E30 collection. So I'm fortunate. I own 2 pillarless, I own an IS, I own a wagon.
Yeah.
So I'm super grateful for that. So yeah.
Very, very. Can you tell us the story of how you went through the interiors, the colors?
Puta was actually, this is Puta's 3rd color. Yeah. The factory color is red, brilliant red. I bought the car when it was blue. I bagged it. I did a yellow interior. And then I just decided I needed to give the car a different look and I needed to create its identity. So I don't want to say what puta means because you probably have kids watching. So don't Google puta, kids. Please don't Google puta. So it's kind of like a female that's out there. It's like a female wearing pink lipstick. That's the whole idea behind puta.
Very, very, very nice car. And the famous one, Celeb.
Yeah, my queen. My queen, I love Celeb.
Can you do a walk around?
Yeah, come. Let's go. So I've owned Celeb for about 12 years.
I remember seeing this car at a State of Stance.
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah, no, it was there.
And I fell in love.
Yeah. Everyone went crazy. The car that literally built me in the E30 scene.
Yeah.
And it's a car that made the shop famous, made me famous. 32 music videos. Netflix season 1, season 2, How to Ruin Christmas. It's on the Nike catalog. It's on Mikasa's album cover. I've shot with artists like AKA, Ricky Rick, Davido. Davido's used this car twice. So that's where the name Celeb comes from. I need to rebuild it now.
Yeah.
So I wanna rebuild it. I'm giving it a little bit of a different look, but still the same concept. So hopefully when I get some time, I'll build this car again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Myself and the people are waiting.
Yeah, of course.
The interior finish is very nice.
Yeah.
I always love
something
that.
different. And we did this 12 years ago, eh?
Sure. You can just see quality. I always love this here, built in Germany, perfect in South Africa.
Of course.
Love that.
Of course. Because South Africa's got talent. We got a lot of talented builders.
Yeah.
And the cars will come stock and we'll add our flavor, and that's what gives the car character.
That was my favorite part about this.
Nice.
And the original BBS RS wheel, there's the
trophy.
So, for the viewers, if you didn't know, Nkabi won top 5 at Gravity Show UK.
Last year, yeah.
Yes, last year. And then Mr. Moosa also won top 5 with Vato.
Yeah, with
which
Vato,
we will be back for.
Of course. Vato will be back in South Africa around the end of November.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We'll come back for that one. I love the wheel. This is original BBS.
Original BBS RS wheels.
Which is rare to get this side.
Yeah, very, very rare.
Yeah, and this is a right-hand drive.
Left-hand drive.
Oh, sorry, left-hand drive.
Lefty, yeah.
Sorry. And there's the Gravity Show thing.
Yeah, the winning sticker is on the front windscreen there, so you guys can have a look at it.
I love the finish and the interior. I saw the video when you bought the car.
Yeah,
I was thinking,
it was stock.
I knew Chip is going to cook up something crazy with this.
So yeah,
Very
that's
nice,
a very special car. I don't drive it much because it's too special to drive. Type of car that's worn, and I want to preserve it as best as possible.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's a part of South African car culture, just like Vato is a part of South African car culture. Because for us to be able to go to an overseas show, which is probably one of the best shows in Europe, and be able to place in the top 5 out of 600 cars last year, 700 cars is a big thing. So this car needs to be preserved.
It makes our gas motor show look like nothing. Eh?
Gas motor show is awesome.
Of course.
I love gas motor
That's
show.
the closest we can get for
now. Of course.
Now.
Of course.
But this is lovely. And I understand the backstory about this car. It's been through...
it's been to 5 countries. 5 countries. It was owned by a famous doctor. Yeah. And the doctor took it with him to whichever country he relocated to. So I was fortunate. I was able to take the car to the UK, which made it an even cooler story, you know. So this car's got history. It's even got been to.
Sure.
So the books are stamped by BMW Germany, BMW Netherlands.
That's rare for this
model,
eh?
So it's a very cool car.
Yeah. Is this each for the showroom?
Yeah.
So where do you want to move on next?
Let's go to the workshop.
Let's go. So last we were in the showroom, you told me about the cars there. So I have a couple of questions about this. I saw this and it immediately reminded me about it.
Yeah.
So can you give us a small backstory on this?
So this is a friend of mine's car from my hometown in Belgium. And He sent the car to us, he just bought it. And at the time he sent it, I started building Vato. So when he heard Vato's wheels is coming off, he asked if I could sell it to him, and I sold it to him immediately. And in fact, his car's actually got Vato's old leather.
Is it?
Yeah, so when I bought the car, the interior was just done, I hardly drove the car. So the leather's still like brand new, so we took the old leather off and we took Vato's leather and put it on here. So this is a Vato replica of how Vato used to be.
Yeah. And this explains the Vato's twin post.
Yeah, 100%.
And this looks very clean.
Yeah, this is a cool car. So this is also a very good client. He's one of the nicest clients I've ever met in my life. Good heart, kind soul. So this car was started its life off as a 318. We basically took the complete drivetrain and changed it to a 325. We put the Intech 4-door kit on it. We did the seat soundproofing sound. So this is now a 325i. And it's got a nice set of wheels, which is the E39 M5 wheels that will be going on here. So it's a type of E30 that's a completely different look than any other E30. So quite excited. The car's almost done. It will be done in this coming week, and then we're going to do a feature of the car.
The paint job is really nice. And
Came out very nice.
That's the barn find.
Yeah, so that's the barn find. You guys can follow me. So, Evo 2 upside down tag, most valuable IS you can ever own. This car is getting a full nut and bolt restoration. So when we say nut and bolt, every bolt and nut is changed on the car to brand new. 95% of the parts are original BMW. We've reconned everything on this car. So it's a very high-end build. I think it's possibly the most intense restoration we've done thus far. If I didn't have the shop and I kept this car, this is how I would have wanted to have restored the car to this level because of the VIN number and the tag. Yeah. So a car like this deserves this type of restoration. So the best original parts, it will retain most of its value. So this car, believe it or not, it's like almost done. Yeah. When I say almost done, the motor's built, the suspension's on, the gearbox is recon, the diff is recon, the prop shaft is recon. So it's just a matter of assembly, and then the car will be shipped to the UK to go into the client's collection. And he's got a very nice collection. He's got a Mercedes-Benz Pagoda. He just bought a E46 M3 CSL yesterday. He's got a Mustang, he's got what else? An Alpha GTV, he's got the IS, he's got the newer Mustang. So he's also a collector, but he's structuring his collection in a way where it's diverse, and his style is extremely original OEM. So for me, a lot of people just think that we only do custom. I can do OEM restoration, but our biggest call is custom and personalizing vehicles. That is why majority of the cars in here have different interiors, different wheels dropped, etc. Yeah. But now and again, it's nice to get a car like this where you do an OEM restoration, you know. So yeah.
And Chicanos is known for the E30s.
Yeah, we're known for the E30s.
Yeah. And some lovely cars around here. That's got my eye. It's
stop. So that car is a very nice car. It's an Evo 1 with no sunroof. People tend to think that if the IS doesn't have a sunroof, it's not an IS. That's not true. Some of them did come with no IS option. In fact, there's another black one there with no IS, also factory IS, but no sunroof. Sorry, no IS. I said no IS, I meant no sunroof. There's too many ISs here, so I just say IS. So yeah.
I was one of those people who thought the IS always did something.
Some of them didn't. In fact, if you're a collector, it's nice to have the Evo 1 with sunroof, Evo 1 without sunroof, Evo 2. That's like, if you got a lot of money.
So you guys need to come down to Chicanos to learn some things, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. And Plucky is hiding in the corner.
Yeah, Plucky is getting a fender touch-up. Plucky is actually done, but you know, it's always, when you build these cars, it's always you find something and you're like, okay, let me fix this, let me fix that, let me fix this, you know. So that's Plucky's car. I'm always finding something to do on his car. So yeah, but that was a cool dog.
In the eyes of Chip Moosa, nothing will be perfect.
Yeah, it's hard, it's difficult. Shoot.
Yeah. That's some very interesting cars. I've heard that bug has been done purely by you guys.
Yeah. So we chopped the roof, we molded the back, we dropped it, we rebuilt the motor. Now we're waiting for the windscreen to come, and then we can start assembling, and that car is done, and put the wheels on.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
And what was this?
It's a W115 coupe. This car was probably one of the most. So every workshop has cars that are stressed.
Yeah.
And when I say stress, cars that just give you headaches, I've got a few of those cars that are problematic. And no matter how much you try, you're always facing issues. So this car was one of those cars, purely because it's the first time we did a Lexus conversion in this car. So you have to modify the chassis, you got to fabricate the complete front end suspension in order for the Lexus motor to fit. So it's a nightmare. So this car is almost done. It's a show car as well. This is his dad's car, the Pontiac Trans Am. Gets the son's car. So they also collect cars. They've got a lot of American muscle cars. But this car is going to be insane when it's done. Yeah. So I'd love to own one day in my collection as well. So it's on my bucket list. But there's other cars I'm chasing before I buy that.
Yeah. This is very nice.
Yeah, this is nice, very cool, nice modifications on this car, different as well, color is different, so yeah, that's a nice thing. We work on a variety of cars. I mean, there's Mercs, there's Impalas, there's C10s,
Yeah.
So yeah.
So is this a restoration?
Yeah, this we just did paint. We did a custom front end, one of one. We took Vato's front and we put it on a W123. It's never been done in the world before. So this was also one of those cars where it was trial and error. So it's here for some touch-ups and a little bit of tidying up, and then the car can go back to its owner.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested in the 2025 Gravity.
Oh, nice. Did you watch the video?
I did. The rendering looks sick.
And what you think?
I think the properly matches.
Yeah.
It looks lovely.
Yeah, so that's a plan I had. I wanted to build it last year. I kept on, actually this year I wanted to build it for SEMA, but we didn't get accepted into SEMA. So the time frame for us to build that was too short, so I had to go with something else. So now we're starting early. So I'm excited for that build. That build's going to be like, whoa.
So the viewers are excited.
Yeah, they are as well. It's going to be something amazing, something unique.
And there's a lot of conflict about stripping the head.
Yes. Luckily we found a donor. Yeah, so I'm going to fetch the donor on Wednesday. So I'm excited for that. It's actually a very, very good friend of mine. And I always nag him to buy cars from his collection. So I bought, in fact, this will be my fourth car I'm buying from him. The first car was, fifth car actually. The first car was an E34 wagon. Second car was an 8 Series. Third car was an E28. Fourth car was an E12 535, which I still own. Fifth car is an E34 M5. So yeah, I'm excited for that.
I have a really hard question for you, but which car from your shoulder is
Celeb. Celeb is my queen. Celeb I love. Celeb loves me. That's who I am. That car is my personality. And it's also, it's got a lot of sentimental value because coming from the background I came from, I never drove E30s. I worked on them. I could only afford like a Uno, a Mini, cars like that. I owned a Honda. And then later on, as you start doing a bit better in life, BMW is your end goal. And Celeb was my first pillarless, and I chased the car for 3 years. And I kept on begging the seller to sell, and he kept messing me around, and eventually he sold me the car. And I've never looked back. It's a car I have the longest in my collection. It's a car I will never sell. There's a few cars in my collection that I won't sell. Celeb, Skoko, Kabi. Yeah. Skoko is when I feel naughty. I drive Skoko. Yeah. So.
You've been my inspiration.
Have I? Thank you, bro.
Thank you. So I work with producing. I've been following Chicanos around even before the COVID.
Okay, nice.
It's just
We try. Yeah.
And hopefully one day I can be as great as you guys.
No, you'll be better. You'll be better because you learn from our mistakes, you know. No, there's always something I always can tell you is there's always someone better than you. No doubt. So for me, it's not about competing with anyone. It's more competing with myself. And that's why Mkabi was a bold. Vato was a different build. I tried to level up. Now this year I need to do better than what I did last year. Yeah. And that's how you progress in life, you know. So yeah.
So Mkabi, I thought to myself, Chicago is going to something I saw Vato.
Yeah, Vato is just yeah, that's gonna be amazing. Nice.
Do you have any advice to young viewers?
Okay, I'm gonna keep it short, right? So number one is slow progress is good progress. Don't chase, you have enough time. The main thing is you just got to work at it, never give up. And also, anything you do, you must remember you must have passion. There's no point in doing something if you're not passionate about it. And Rome wasn't built in a day. Everything that I've achieved have taken me my whole life to achieve. So don't be fooled by Instagram, don't be fooled by instant gratification, because there's no things like that. Unless you have the lotto numbers and you win the lotto, or you come from a super wealthy family, then I'm going to send you my adoption papers. But yeah, just take your time, work at it. It's going to be difficult, but eventually it's going to work out, provided you're following your passion, because your passion gives you purpose. So that's my message to you youngsters sitting at home. And also, please come visit us. If you are in the area, come through to Chicanos, come have a look at all the cars, and please support this channel. It's doing amazing stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for your time.
Thank you for meeting.
Likewise.